Hi everyone, Bandanner here. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to WARNO League Season 0.5 from SDL. Today we are back with Stahl and Sleepy Joe for their third game of a best of 5 set. We've had a 1 each win so far because unfortunately Stahl disconnected in the first game. So this time we have Stahl playing on the right in blue as the 8th infantry, and over on the left in red we have Sleepy Joe playing as the 27th. 27th can be quite a good division. Decent ground units. Some very expensive units, though, including the T8M, etc. Let's have a look at what Stahl has down first, shall we? A couple of snipers out in front, going up to the centre here and up to the front of Charlie. We've got some scouts and an ACAV heading up this way. Ooh, we have Engineers Flash, Mech Rifles Law, an M60 and some Pivads heading up here. Mostly looking defensive at the moment, but that could be potentially a pushing force for that side. Over here we've got another Scouts in an ACAV heading towards these buildings here, and we've got some Scouts in an ACAV heading up towards these buildings there. I don't see any commands for the vehicles after they've dropped off the infantry at the moment though. Here we have a Stinger and Mech Rifles also going up to these buildings, and in the centre we've got an ITO Mech Rifles Law, M1A1 Abrams Pivads, and a Mutt CV. The Mutt CV will be going to Bravo, Charlie, and then into the centre. Over at the other side, with the 27th, we've got Spetsrazvedka heading up pretty far forward, actually. That's not just defensive. That's pretty far forward. Okay. Spetsrazvedka heading in here towards this building in the middle, and Spetsrazvedka heading up to... Oh, he's going to try and contest the buildings in Alpha. Quite aggressive. Razvedka heading up here with that BMP to... Back here we have Igla, Sapriel-Pio, Modostolki, and Pulmachiki, who are heading up to Echo. One BMP-2AG included there, obviously, so a bit of firepower. This Motrazvedka heading up along with some Modostolki Metas and an Igla, kind of spreading out over this area here. Then the back in the centre, we've got an Igla, Estrella, and a BMP-2K. And then an Igla here. Now, what I'm going to say straight away is, it looks like there's a lot less on the field, or it feels like there's a lot less for Sleepy Joe right now. And an element of that is the fact that the 27th have very expensive units. There's no getting away from it. Everything feels quite expensive in that deck. It's why it's not played a huge amount. The units aren't bad, they're just expensive. Let's get this show on the road. We might see some aircraft from Sleepy Joe, I'm not sure. But it does feel like there's something missing on that side, and I don't know what it is yet. No helicopters out for either player at the moment. Early combat is probably going to be at the top of Alpha. You might see a little bit of skirmishing with the Spetsrazvedka and the Sniper. But other than that, I think the fight will be at these buildings at the top of Alpha. So I'll position us around this way and zoom in a wee bit. Both players capping a command zone. Spetsrazvedka dropped off earlier than I was expecting, but the BTR-80 is carrying on, looking for things to kill. ACAV should deal with that no problem. If it can hit, that is the main thing. If it can hit. Oh, BTR-80 smokes. And he's getting the hell out of there. Stinger on the way. These scouts don't have any anti-tank. ACAV still trying hard here. Come on, ACAV. Wow. That ACAV's doing a terrible job. BTR-80 here going up and killing this sniper in the middle as well. Up at the top there of the screen. How is the BTR-80 getting away with this? What is that ACAV doing? Finally, some kind of hit. At this rate, the machine guns are going to be doing more damage. Finally! Wow. That was shocking from the ACAV there. TDBVK coming in now for Sleepy Joe over at the top right there. Obviously going to be heading for this point. Looks like Stahl is being fairly aggressive here. He is making a push on the Spetsrazvedka. The other Spetsrazvedka have actually pulled out of their building and are sat behind it now. Bit of a standoff over here. Spetsrazvedka did pull back from their early drop-off there. BMP2K gets the kill on the M113. The ACAV is still in action, though taking fire now. No one's getting anti-tank hits today. Lots of early skirmishing, not a lot dying though. M60 coming in at the top there for Stahl. Also an M1A1 on the way in at the back. Another M60 and a Pivads. Stahl has a little advantage in points there, but nothing significant. And now we are back to neutralize as the T80BVK gets into the far top right point there. It's a good push here from Stahl. He's managed to force Sleepy Joe out of the point. That M1A1 obviously making all the difference here. It's pretty scary rolling up on those vehicles. The Razvedka already badly damaged. The mech rifles are quite scary. I will note that Sleepy Joe has a better position over here perhaps to get a command in this corner. T80BV coming in as well might get a nice side shot on that M1A1 if it's not looking the right way. Smokes itself off to avoid the Su-17 anti-tank. Well spotted by Stahl. It's one thing you don't want to miss, is one of those coming in. Coming back around for another pass, the T80BV is now in play. It's getting hit by an Ito though. Ooh, Ito misses. AT jet still in play here. Mech rifles taking some punishment. Looks like Sleepy Joe is doing a push at the far side of the map. Currently +3 to Stahl. Let's get ourselves over there. He's moved the Su-17 over there to provide cover against the M60s. There's a jet in now for Stahl as well. It's an F-16. Going for the kill. Does get it. We'll need to get out of there though. Has flown into the air defense zone. Gets out safely. Stahl looking pretty good in the middle. And holding firm down here. Big group of infantry coming in here. All stacked on top of each other. Will be a nice bombing strike. BMP2K has moved around from the top and has come into this part of the center now to neutralize things, but Stahl's still looking pretty good there. Only 6 minutes of this game gone, and it already feels like the center has moved quite a lot. T80BV at this top end of the central point now. There's two T80BVs in position. M1A1 pushing up to try and assist. Those mech rifles are not looking good right now. M60 lost at the other side of the point. M1A1 will not fare well here. The T80BV fires faster. Oh. M1A1 got lucky in that the T80 missed its shot. There is another jet in. I didn't quite see what it was, but I assume it's another anti-tank. Yes, it is another AT jet coming in. Going for the Abrams in the center. Does not get the kill. Taking fire from the Pivads now. Will have to evac and needs time to repair. Oh! Dragon and mech rifles destroyed. Command has been killed in the middle by the mech rifles law and the Abrams. Not sure what got the final blow there. But well played to Stahl. The skirmishing is going bonkers over here, but Stahl is holding firm. Sleepy Joe's force is pretty much dealt with. Not that you can see much in the forest. And zoom right in on them, but we're not going to see a lot. I can hear them walking around. There they are. Poor little guys. All alone. Stahl looking pretty good over here. He's managed to force Sleepy Joe back out the central point. Currently +3 again. He's ticking up those points nicely. This is pretty good going for just 8.5 minutes into the game. Another T80 BVK coming in for this point, though. Another T80 BV on the way in. Most important thing, perhaps, is for Sleepy Joe to keep things alive and build up a big enough force to push in. Immediately as he pushes up that ridge line, all those mech rifles firing across, the ITO firing across, the M1A1 firing across. A lot of firepower going out against these infantry and the BMPs. BMPs have all been destroyed, except the one that remains. That was not a good push. Stahl's held firm. He doesn't have a lot left in this tree line, though. He's got the M1A1, and he's got the mech rifles, which are almost dead. Does he have any supplies coming in for these guys? It feels a little bit like Stahl's forgotten about them. It's just leaving them to die. He is pulling the mech rifles. Oh no, they're routed. He's not even pulling them back. T80 BVK coming in now. This could spell the end for the M1A1 at this side. Gives Sleepy Joe a chance to get back in here. He's managed to get the T80 BVK in at the other end as well. Akav easily dealt with by these vehicles. T80 BVK takes a nasty hit, but also kills the M1A1. And this is the issue with not resupplying and repairing these things. Eventually they die. Looking a tiny bit better from Sleepy Joe's side now that M1A1 is dead. Good use of helicopter here. The Mi-24V coming in. Going to try and clear out those buildings. Equally, Cobra being used at the other side by Stahl, doing quite a bit of damage. Pivad's being moved up to try and deal with the Mi-24. T80 BV caught. Oh, gets a nasty side shot from the ITO. Caught in the crossfire. Was the wrong place to move it up. Su-17 rocket coming in, going for the Cobra, gets the kill. Tow Cobra at the top right hand side of the screen, moving in, looking for a kill on that T80 BVK perhaps. I can't decide how this is going right now. It feels like there's still a lot on the field for Sleepy Joe. Stahl's very concentrated over here. Sleepy Joe's very concentrated down here. And Sleepy Joe is bringing in supply, so he's fixing stuff now. Well, I'm still not seeing a lot of supply from Stahl's side. He's managed to scare off the Mi-24 though, which has taken a lot of damage. Another T80 BV called straight into the middle there. Just feels like bringing them into the middle of that point is a bad idea. He needs to go in from the side, really. Going into the middle means he's getting shot at from multiple angles. Though the ITO not looking so hot anymore. Obviously, another M1A1 went down in all of that. Thunderbolt coming in now. I assume was looking for a kill on the BMP-2AG. Needs to be careful. There are a couple of Iglas and things over there. T80 BVK about to get side shot by that. Yeah, immediately killed by the Thunderbolt. Oh, Thunderbolt whiffs off another missile as well. Gets the supply truck. Those things are just mean. But a couple of good kills there for Stahl. Thunderbolt coming back in, unperturbed. Didn't even get shot at there. Jet coming in to deal with the Thunderbolt by the sounds of it. MiG-27M, HE bomber. No, it's bombing, going for these buildings, and then evacing. Thunderbolt gets a nice hit on it, and it goes down. Thunderbolt gets a kill on the MiG-27M, and it doesn't even manage to kill the building and the infantry in it. Alright, did it kill the building and just not the infantry? Either way. Hang on. I think it killed the building, but the infantry survived somehow. That was really unfortunate for Sleepy Joe. I'm not sure how they survived that. Thunderbolt still just flittering around in the middle here. I feel like it's taking the proverbial at this point. Gotta be honest, not looking great for Sleepy Joe right now. 26.5 minutes left of this game. Another jet coming in for Sleepy Joe behind me. Surely going for the Thunderbolt now. Yep, it's a MiG-29. Nice hit. Can I get a second? 2 missiles away. Yes, gets the kill. Takes a bit of fire itself, but will get out mostly intact. It's an important kill. Gets rid of the Thunderbolt. Sleepy Joe pushing back in this corner. There's nothing in this tree line now, so he has a good chance of getting into this area. As the units that were there never got rearmed and resupplied, so they eventually died. Stahl's still at +3 currently. SU-17 comes in again, but takes a lot of fire from the Pivads. But Sleepy Joe looking a bit better here, clearing up the Rangers with the Mi-24V, pushing in from both sides of the point. Multi-pronged attack always works out well. And Stahl looking a bit thin on the ground here. Lots of reinforcements coming in, but I think we should be seeing Sleepy Joe retake this side of the point here. There's literally 2 squads of mech rifles here, and that's the only scary thing left, and a mostly dead Ito. Surely that will be dealt with by the Mi-24. It's firing at something. Possibly at this. Hang on. Yep. Gonna get a side shot, potentially. No! T-80BV had turned its front armor towards it. Doesn't need to retreat, though. The other T-80BV will finish off the Ito. Good cleaning up. Is this the turnaround? Stahl has allowed Sleepy Joe to get back in the point. There's a Sapri commander coming in at the bottom of the screen here. That will allow a neutralization. Stahl obviously over the halfway mark to the 2,000 point win. However, we've seen games turn around at higher than halfway before. He's got the M1A1 Abrams to deal with. Needs to be careful with his T-80BV. The important thing is here to exchange well. He doesn't want to lose tanks. He wants to keep them alive and repair them. He's already lost a few T-80s. Equally, Stahl has lost a couple of M1A1s. But he just needs to exchange better than Stahl now. I think the bigger concern is that all of the T-80BVKs are gone, the command tanks. They're quite nice pieces of kit. But unfortunately, he has lost 2 of them, and I'm not sure if he'll have any more in his deck. Nice kill by the T-80BV on the side shot with the missile on the M1A1. Thunderbolt coming in for it, though, and it gets the kill. Thunderbolt, oh, going for the supply trucks now. Gets a kill. Igla's not reloaded in time to fire at it. Thunderbolt evacs happily after getting a tasty kill. Stahl making a move to try and get back into this forest area. There's not a huge amount defending it. He does have some fire support from the top of the screen there. Rocket attack coming in. Very nice. Those rockets were a bit all over the place, but he did quite a bit of damage with it. BMP and 2 BMPs firing across from the center there. Get a kill on the dragon. I think Sleepy Joe's going to hold here. Well, the T-80 brought back in, even though it's not fully repaired. Cobra's coming in for the fire support. Igler is in range. Misses its shot. The other Igler's moving in as well now. One gets a nice hit. These Cobras are just going in very deep here. It's risky. Cobra goes down. Tow Cobra takes a hit. And another one is down. That was a massive overextension by those Cobras there. Massive overextension. Allowed the autocannons to fire at it and the machine guns of the vehicles. That makes a huge difference in this game. Because autocannons now do quite a lot of damage to helicopters. So that was really just sending them in on a suicide mission, and they didn't really do very much. 3 T-80 BVs in play here. Fighting Falcons coming in. Trying to waste some AA missiles. One takes a nasty hit. These mech rifles surely not going to survive very long here. I mean, these mech rifles have a dragon, so they can only fire at distance. Like, really close. Those tanks should rip them apart. Tor in the middle there trying to fire at stuff. The poor Tor really struggles. Very expensive AA piece. Nice kill for the Stinger there. Sleepy Joe has woken up from his slumber and is pushing across the middle. This is a good turnaround. Look at the map right now. I would say that Stahl's looking a little bit thin on the ground, wouldn't you? Another M1A1 goes down to the Motostrelki RPG-27 in the center of the map there. I don't think they'll get the other one, but those Abrams are just falling apart right now. And that one is on its own, having to deal with 3 T-80 BVs in the middle. This is looking a lot better for Sleepy Joe here. With 20-minute mark past now, we are halfway through the game time. I think Sleepy Joe could turn this around here. He just needs to keep up the pressure before reinforcements arrive. Look at the reinforcements as well. Abrams, Abrams, Abrams. How many Abrams at the back there? 1 Abrams, 1 supply. That's 3 more Abrams coming in here. He's going to match. And he's going to exactly match the numbers of the T-80s because there's a T-80 BV arriving as well. Sleepy Joe needs to keep up the pressure here. And kill these tanks before the other tanks arrive, so he still has numbers. Nice hit on the Abrams. Oh, nice kill on the Abrams. And the second Abrams takes a nasty hit. T-80's splitting their attention now. He needs to focus down these tanks. TDBV not faring very well there. Takes a lot of damage. Nice. The other M1A1 goes down. This T-80BV at this side needs to be careful. It's bailed out. Something else needs to go over there and smoke it. Thunderbolt coming in. Looking for some tank kills. Gets 1 kill. Firing at the MiG-27. Goes down to the MiG-29 though. But an unfortunate loss of a T-80BV. Still 2 more Abrams on the way into the center here. And Sleepy Joe needing to repair some of his now. BMP-2 going for the Pivads. Gets the kill. That Pivads has been a nuisance throughout this game. Over at the other side, we do see a little bit of harassment going on. Stahl trying to push this point. But Sleepy Joe kind of ready for it, kind of not. He's got the Mi-24 there. He's got some reinforcements arriving now. MI-24 taking fire, needs to get out of there. Does manage to kill the M60 before it takes any more fire. And Stinger is in range to fire at it. It needs to get out of there. It's going to go down. Fighting Falcon coming in to kill it anyway. Down it goes. Tor still struggling to get hits. Good push there by Stahl. He has got units into the point through the forest. But over in the center, look at this. Sleepy Joe looking pretty nice. Pushing across there. Perhaps has overextended his tanks on their own. Another one has bailed out. He is not getting good rolls here. That's a second tank bailout. That is some shitty dice rolls. 2 tank bails out in the space of 5 minutes. That is some bad dice rolls. It's bad enough when you get 1 a game. Never mind 2 within the space of 5 minutes. Totu's coming in the center now. But honestly, there aren't that many T-80 BVs to kill now. Stahl's done a good job of taking them out. I mean, look at the map. Stahl looks really thin on the ground. There's a lot more red here. But how much of the red is actually units that can push? This side has been nicely cleared up. Good use of the mortars there. Is that an artillery piece? It's a Grad of all things. Oh my. Grad trying to take out the command in that corner. Well, I mean, if it's going to kill a CV, maybe it's worth it. And it does kill the CV. +3 to Sleepy Joe. Still, big problem. Those M1A1s in the center there. Well defended at this side by Sleepy Joe. That Mutt CV is pushing up through the forest there. Now, another interesting one is Metis, like the Dragons, can't fire at close range. So, there's potential that Mutt CV could just drive through into the point. It really depends on the minimum range there. And obviously, it doesn't show. They will be able to fire their guns at it, however, which will still... Oh, there we go. One of them managed to fire a missile, so they can fire at that distance. Mutt CV goes down. Stahl not looking so good now. What a turnaround. Just under 15 minutes left of this game, and what at one point looked like a Stahl steamroll has now turned into the awakening of the sleeping giant. Look at the map. Loads of reinforcements coming in for Stahl right now. It almost feels like he'd saved up some points to spend. Good smoke use by Sleepy Joe so he can push into that far point as well. He just shouldn't forget about the center. If he forgets about the center, more reinforcements will arrive for Stahl there. He doesn't actually have a command to go into this point, I don't think, at the moment. But he can get his units in at least and start causing some damage. Oh, T-80BV. Side shot by the mech rifles. That's a lot of damage for a side shot. Smoke's off. Will reverse now. Grad's firing again. Going for the ITOR in the middle there. He might wish in a second he'd saved it as the Mutt CV heads into the center. Cobra coming in at this side now for Stahl. This is just a mess in the smoke right now. Nothing can see anything else. That T-80BV not looking so hot. SU-17 coming in for the Cobra. T-80BV needs to get out of there. Cobra also needs to get the hell out of there. Pivad's not doing bad this game. Fighting Falcon in. Was looking for a kill on the SU. Sleepy Joe looking pretty good down here. He does have a command on the way. A BMP-2K. Pivad surely down here. Yes, nice kill. Oh, Stahl, where did it all go wrong? MiG-27HE coming in, looking for a kill on some mech rifles, probably. Does it get a kill this time? Last time on the building, it didn't do so well. There it goes. Nice kill. Fighting Falcon going for it now. Does it get out the map alive? It does. Fighting Falcon takes a nasty hit. And it goes down. Finally, the Tor hits something. M60 down here. Routed and dead. Cobra being purchased. Command is about to go in the point for Sleepy Joe. And he's looking pretty good on the map right now. Zooming right out. Look at that. Look at how much red there is. Really curious to see the kills to losses by the end of this game and how it panned out throughout the game. Because it really feels like there was this massive turning point. And I think it was when a lot of those M1A1s went down in the center. More infantry flooding in to this point here for Sleepy Joe. He wants to lock it down. He doesn't want to hand it back. Currently +4 to Sleepy Joe. 10 minutes to the victory. He will overtake Stahl in no time at a +4. Stahl being very aggressive here. He knows he has to do something. He's pushing everything across the center. Look at the M1A1s go. There's nothing stopping them. There's no ATGMs there. There's one T80BV. There's a Conkers M on the way, but it's going to be late to the party. And the Conkers M versus an Abrams, well, it's just acting as a Conkers, so it's a very expensive Conkers, effectively. Or a more expensive Conkers, at least. Sleepy Joe needs some way to deal with these tanks in the middle. T80BV surely going to go down here. Gets a nice hit on the Abrams, though. Can the Razvedka finish it off? Razvedka struggling to hit as well. Conkers M arriving in the middle. Deploys just in time. Might get a nice hit here, but it will eventually die to the scouts. Yeah, dies to the scouts. Does get a hit on the Abrams. The Abrams fired at it as well. Finished it off. T80BV is somehow still alive in the forest there. Abrams. I mean, this was almost a last-ditch push here by Stahl. He had to try and force the middle. And he hasn't succeeded. He's got a badly damaged M1A1. A half-health M1A1. He's managed to get a command in the other side, but a BTR-80's once again round the back doing some damage here. Command's been forced out of that point. He's taking lots of fire from the BTRs. I think this is over for Stahl here. I think Sleepy Joe has done it. You may have thought he was asleep in the first game, but he's sure as heck awake now. Mac Rifles aren't going to survive there. The Mac Rifles leader is dead. It's just buying time at a +2. But look at the map. It's very red. This was a brilliant turnaround by Sleepy Joe. If you'd asked me 10 minutes into this game, I would have said it's swinging massively towards Stahl, but look at it now. Stahl will be asking himself where this all went wrong. Currently +4. Can Stahl pull this back? With 8 minutes, 40-odd seconds left, I'm not sure he can. He's massively outnumbered at this point. I'm wondering if Sleepy Joe is out of supply because his T80BV has been left without supply up here. Lots of Mi-24s coming in to try and clear stuff up now. Realistically, Sleepy Joe just needs to hold. As long as he can hold the +4, he's won this game. Victory in 7 minutes. But he will overtake in points long before that. Fighting Falcons on the way in here. The Mi-24s need to get the hell out of there. Can the Tors hit something? Oh, the Tors do get a hit. Mi-24 rocket does go down, though. Fighting Falcon seems to be getting out alive. MiG-29 AA2 goes down to the F-16, I assume, at the back there. Not ideal. But at the moment, Sleepy Joe just has the map control. And I don't think he's going to give it up in the next 7 minutes. I'm not sure that Stahl can move fast enough to retake the ground. Quite aggressive in the middle from Sleepy Joe, wanting to chase down the toe 2s, I think, there and clear them up. Certainly force the M1A1 to retreat. Yeah, the Motorstrelky RPG 27 and 26 proving themselves to do a very good job this game. The 27s in particular have killed at least one M1A1. Toe 2 going to get a kill here, surely? Yep. BMP2D goes down. Where are we at? Where are we at? 6 minutes, 40 seconds to go. I think it's all over. I don't see where Stahl could push this to regain the ground he needs. He just doesn't have the forces on the field. I'm expecting kills to losses in favour of Sleepy Joe here. And I'm not sure how much by. It feels like a lot by what's on the field, but equally I know that Sleepy Joe's units are quite expensive. So we will see. Stahl fighting on till the bitter end here though. Hoping for a miracle. Jet coming in. HE bomber. Looking for a kill on this toe 2, I expect. Not much AA there now for Stahl either. Nice kill on the toe 2. That Grad is off again. You can't even see his missiles firing. They're so small now. Oh, there you go. If I zoom in a bit, you can just see the effect going across the screen. Was perhaps looking to panic the M1A1 Abrams. Sleepy Joe now in the victory zone. With 5 minutes left of the game. A hard-fought battle by both players, but a brilliant turnaround by Sleepy Joe here. Very much awake now. Stahl still trying to get back into this point at this side, but there's just so much in there now. More stuff arriving and pushing up to the front. He's got the BMP2s, the BTRs. There's a lot of firepower ready to defend this point. Sleepy Joe does not want to give him it back. An attempt to take out the Abrams command tank here by the looks of it. Obviously will be susceptible to the RPGs if they can get a good angle. And my 24K coming in to try and clear up some of this infantry and do some damage. Not looking great right now, is it? Poor Stahl. Four minutes left. Look at the chopper just ripping stuff apart. M1 Abrams command destroyed in the center point there finally. Still a MUT CV up there. And this Abrams command here at the right of the screen. Not looking so good either. A little bit stuck where it is. And if it pushes down this road, surely it's going to get side shot by the RPG-26. Pushing up to engage. There's the surrender. Commiseration, Stahl, well played to Sleepy Joe. Yes, kills to losses in his favour. 2,600-ish? Or 2,600 exactly, actually. Let's have a look at those kills and losses. Just curious how this panned out. Thunderbolt did a good job, by the way. Really paid for itself. Or both of them paid for themselves. Abrams wasn't doing bad. Over at the other side, T80BV, that one did really well. BVK wasn't doing too badly. MI24 did a good job. T80BV, again, doing a great job. let's have a quick look at how this played out. So, a bit of exchanging at the start, probably in Stahl's favour, then lots of losses for Stahl. Kind of a bit of back and forth, and then loads of losses for Stahl here. Just loads in quick succession. I think this is when the push came in the middle initially. Then the Thunderbolt came in and cleared some stuff up. But look at this. Then it's just all Stahl's losses, really. That's where the MiG-29 went down to a Stinger. Lots more losses for Stahl. Yeah, that was the turning point. It's just from then on, just a lot of blue losses. Yes, he swung it back a little bit at times, but all in all, you can see where the game went towards Sleepy Joe. Well played though, guys. Thanks everyone for watching. Please do like, share and subscribe, and stay tuned. We will have the next game later in the week.